So a couple of nights ago, I got a chance to watch all 6 episodes of Knuckles. It's now streaming on Paramount Plus. So I watched it on Saturday, and I'm here now recording this and giving my general thoughts. So let's just get into my review. The series takes place between the events of the films Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and it follows Knuckles the Echidna, voiced by Idris Elba, as he trains Dubious Sheriff Wade Whipple, voiced by Adam Pally, in the ways of the Echidna warrior. So when it comes to the Knuckles series, I was really looking forward to this one. I think this is one of the most highly anticipated from most fans, even Sonic fans in general, like. So I was kind of like, okay, this looks good. From this trailer, it looks like a really fun series. I'm not expecting anything too crazy about it. I was expecting just to be fun show that Sonic fans now will enjoy, but also give something depth to Knuckles as a character. And after watching it, I would say it was fine. I think it's a fine show. It wasn't amazing, it wasn't good or anything, it wasn't pretty good. It was just a pretty good, it was a good show, but it wasn't amazing, because there are some problems with the show. There are some things in there I felt like they could have done so much more, which we'll talk about Wade's character from Adam Pally, but let's just talk about Knuckles as a character. I will say Knuckles, voiced by Idris Elba, is the best thing going for it. His voice acting, worth it again, just like Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which I do own in 4K, which I really loved. If you want to know my thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog 2, check it out, it's in my channel. But as far as Knuckles series, as Knuckles as a character in this one, I would say he did have an interesting arc to begin with. Especially we see him in the very first episode. He's trying to be involved in Green Hills a little, trying to relax, but he's just too busy focused on being a warrior and also trying to train Ozzy to become a Echidna warrior. Of course, didn't go well, and didn't take some advice really seriously about relaxing and trying to enjoy himself and trying to worry about being a warrior. And of course, he's on his way because he's sent by an old Echidna, who is meant to be the old eldest tribe, who is voiced by Christopher Lloyd. Well, no, Christopher Lloyd voicing an older Echidna tribe from Knuckles. How interesting is that? Doc Brown from Back to the Future voicing one of the Echidna tribes. Boom! That is probably the best casting choice. I bet Christopher Lloyd just happy doing that voice acting. I would like to listen to him again more often. And of course, Knuckles has been sent by him to go train Wade Whipple, played by Adam Pally. And Adam Pally as Wade, in the first 2 Sonic movies, he was mostly comic relief. He's more like a funny side character that he's just there to crack some jokes or do being funny. But this time we give him more of a character. And I do really liked his bond between him and Knuckles. I thought they were really, really funny. They do have the funny moments, especially in the car, and especially when Wade turns the radio on and Knuckles just uses his feet to break it, which he's not a music guy. What can you say about Knuckles? He doesn't chuckle. I'm sorry, I had to do that. I think that's the biggest issues with the show, because it may point out that Knuckles gets less screen time, which that's a big disappointment for most Sonic fans, because in the show it's supposed to be about Knuckles, because we thought we would explore him, even though we get to see him and Wade working together, and also Knuckles trying to train him, just try to go to Reno City, I believe. It's kind of like a Las Vegas type of thing. And of course, he's tried to go to this bowling tournament to go up against Pesto Pete Whippy, who is paid to be Wade's father. And of course, you do get a chance to see Wade's family, which I will admit, Wade's family with his mom, Wendy, and of course his sister, Wanda, who is an FBI, trying to train to be an FBI, which I will admit, that was kind of obnoxious a little bit. I will admit they've had their moments, but they did kind of get dragged on under their skin a little bit with certain areas and certain scenes. Of course, you should see Knuckles eating the food in one of the episodes. I believe in episode 3, where he's joining the Jewish family dinner type of thing, and he's seen him eating all the food. He can't stop eating it. He seems to enjoy it. Well, but Knuckles does have his funny moments. He does have some funny scenes here and there. But during this show, I did feel like Wade's taking too much of the screen time, and seeing him try to become like Knuckles, try to become a warrior, which I get what they try to go for, but I just felt like, can we get back to Knuckles, please? I think Knuckles could have been more of the main character, because it's his show, but it feels like a Wade Whipple show. Now, I don't have no problem having Wade have a character. It worked for Tom and Maddie. Well, matter of fact, Tika Sumpter is only in the first episode in the series, along with Sonic and Tails, voiced by Ben Schwartz and Colleen Shaughnessy. You know, they're great. They were there. We enjoyed the first episode. After the first episode, they've never shown again. I feel like they could have been in maybe the final episode, because the way the final episode ended, it just basically Knuckles and Wade go into the sunset riding the bike, and of course Knuckles wears that famous hat, which from that classic cartoon movie that came out back in the 90s, which I haven't seen, but I might check it out. It's a little nod for fans who have never seen that before, and mainstream audiences will go, oh, that. Back to that, I will say the way they ended, it could have done a little bit more with Knuckles coming back from Green Hills, maybe see a bit more of him learning his lesson, and he's realizing how foolish he is, that he's not relaxing and just too focused on trying to train a new kind of warrior, trying to get people trained up for it. I get what they try to go for, and I do appreciate it, but never explore that again. It just kind of been left out from his character from the first episode, after he's been grounded by Maddie, after breaking the rules of him making himself at home, but just being his Kinder tribe style. As far as the villains from the buyer and his two agents or henchmen from Gun, they're fine. They had their moments. Of course, you got Kid Cudi. He has a real name, but I'll just call him Kid Cudi, who did the music video Stars in the Sky in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, if you listen to the song. A song that I really liked from that film. And I don't mind Kid Cudi as a rapper. His performance was fine, including the other actress, and Roy McClane as the buyer. He's only appeared in 3 episodes, only in the first episode, and he's appeared again in the 5th and now in the final episode. Nothing to him. He's just basically, he works for Robotnik, and he's just trying to get Knuckles and get his power from him. Similar thing to the first movie with Dr. Eggman, Dr. Robotnik only wants to get Sonic's power using his weapons. It's the same thing here, but at least Eggman has a good reason to get behind his character. Buyer is just there. They're just really flat villains. They're not that interesting. They're not really that keen. I was expecting not to be that interesting, so I wasn't that disappointed by it. As far as the action scenes, yeah, they're fine. They're enjoyable. They're entertaining. The moment the action comes in with Knuckles doing his thing, it was good. I enjoyed it. It was a fun entertainment way. It definitely felt like the series could have done a little bit more of the action and some of the Sonic references and built up the shared universe. Speaking of that, I believe it's one of the producers has said that Paramount and of course this team of who made the Sonic movies are trying to expand this universe, introducing other Sonic characters, get their own spin-offs and establish them, and of course appear in the next upcoming movies they have planned, like Avengers event, like the MCU is doing with their Avengers films. But again, who knows? If that really happens, I'll be down for that. I would like to see an upcoming series. Whatever they have planned after Sonic Movie 3, I'm kind of curious to see where they go with it, because even though there's so many other Sonic characters they can do, they could bring in Amy, they could bring in Big the Cat, Team Chaotix, Rouge the Bat, or anything they have in the Sonic universe. Any characters can have their own spin-off series or maybe appear in the movies. Anything's possible, so it's a possibility. We'll see how it goes. We'll get to that. As far as Knuckles looks, just like in the movies, he looks good. The CGI looks pretty decent. Knuckles series is a pretty enjoyable show. It wasn't amazing or anything. It wasn't anything outstanding. I did feel like they could have done more of Knuckles as the main character. Maybe have Wade maybe as a side character from now on, because as much as I appreciate him making him as a character, but I did feel like Knuckles could have been more of the standout, because he could have done so much more. This show may not be everyone. Some people will enjoy it and for what it is. Others will be disappointed with it. I would say if you have not seen it, I would say lower your expectations. You might find some enjoyment out of it. I'm going to give Knuckles a B-. Overall, guys, comment down below and tell me what you think of Knuckles. Do you love it? Do you like it? Or do you think it's okay? Or do you hate it? Whatever the case is, comment down below civilly, please. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. I will be doing a review on Star Wars The Phantom Menace. It's coming out on May 4th, which I will be planning to review and edit some point this week. Hopefully by get out that time if I could, because it depends on how work is. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, why don't you hit that subscribe button? Of course, hit that icon bell as well if you don't want to miss any future videos like this. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next review.